particularly the Southeast zone. But just like the saying goes, he who comes to equity must come with clean hands. The Southeast geopolitical zone did not come with clean hands in appreciating the presidential candidate of the APC prior to the election, during the election, and even after the election.
Hello guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to this YouTube channel. If today is the first time you see this channel, make it offer to hit on the red subscribe button. If you just subscribed before, thank you and God bless you. And today is the first time you see this Facebook page, picking this blog, make it offer to like and follow this page for more videos, updates to come your way. My people, wonder shall never end. Wonder they say shall never end. That's I don't want to waste no time. I want to play video for now. Make una hear from this man wey talk say Igbo man can never be Senate president. Reason because they not give them vote whether they fight for Igbo land. What those our Igbo leaders now? APC leader where they say, hey, Peter Obi cannot be president. Peter Obi cannot be this. Peter Obi cannot be that. No, now come here waiting they tell now. All those the Uzokalu way go stand for boss for inside for UK boss like say man now ask boy B for UK. More now come here on say there's one not go fit be Senate president for Nigeria. Not time as I telling you guys this one. Now I want cut to the head say Bola Ahmed Tinubu not be president of Nigeria and I no go agree. Now more now come here waiting to the tell now. There's one not get level. All those Igbo leaders. There's one not get level. Una no go fit be Senate president. Una no go fit be anything. Una no give them vote when they fight for Igbo land. Una not produce for them. Guys, this one are people who una crack una voice for. Now, they are openly, publicly telling you guys that you guys are not going to be any Senate presidents. Guys, I wanna check out. Make I drop the video for now. Mona, listen from the horse's mouth. It's a shame and it's a pity to see our own South leaders, Southeast leaders misbehaving, toy boys, boy to all these Northerners, all these evil Northerners leaders. Some of them not be all these Boko Haram, all these cabals on inside now they talk to, not be the good ones. Guys, more than watch this video. Please share the video for me. I beg you in the name of God. See you guys in my next video. Stay safe, guys, and bye-bye.
Like the popular saying, very huge sacrifices and contribution to the success of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu in the last 2023 February 25th presidential election. We are also taking into cognizance the fact that the South geopolitical zone is not just the economic hub of the country, but it's a zone that has since remained the treasure base of the country, and there has to be a deliberate and conscious attempt to pacify the zone at all times to maintain peace, tranquility, and stability of the Nigerian political atmosphere. It is only under an atmosphere of peace and stability that you can have the environment and the atmosphere to pursue legitimate aspirations both at the geopolitical level and at the federal level. Conscious of the fact that this zone contributed so much to the success of the APC in the last presidential election, and aware that the entire South zone is the threshold of the opposition PDP, the APC was able to penetrate to the point that they got more than 45% of the votes in the entire 6 states of the South. In Rivers, the APC came tops. In the other 5 states, the APC came second. That contributed in no small measure in ensuring that Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu was able to meet the constitutional requirement of 25% distribution of votes that made up the 28 or 29 states that he's called to be declared the president-elect. We are aware of the agitations, the clamor, and the yearnings of other geopolitical zones, particularly the Southeast zone. But just like the saying goes, he who comes to equity must come with clean hands. The Southeast geopolitical zone did not come with clean hands in appreciating the presidential candidate of the APC prior to the election, during the election, and even after the election. And we don't want to be bogged down or detained with the usual narrative of saying some kind of sense of entitlement under the wrong notion that the country is sitting on a tripod. This country is sitting more than a tripod. Those who will call Hausa, Yoruba, and Igbo as making up that tripod are only being selfish, parochial, self-serving, and do not understand the concept of subnations within the larger nation in building and sustaining egalitarian politics in a plural society such as Nigeria. And so for us, it is not just crucial, it is essential that we must promote, sustain, and consciously nurture a sense of belonging and politics of inclusion of other zones, so that the whole concept of power distribution will be equitably done to accommodate both the minorities and the majorities. The Southeast Zone has been one of the strongest beneficiaries of this legislature. They have produced 5 Senate presidents in the last 24 years. We have Evans Ewarem, we have Wabara, we have Chuba Okadibo, we have Senator Anyin, we have Senator Ken Namani. All 5 of them, having served as Senate president for solid 8 years, have taken more than a larger share of the 24 years of our democracy, of our fourth republic. If you add that one, 8 years plus the 12 years that they serve as deputy Senate president, that means in 24 years, they have been in the saddle for 8 and second position are for 12, making 20 years of serious involvement in the business of parliamentary conduct and business of lawmaking and headship of the legislature. Now, in 2023, the political algorithms have shifted away from the Southeast. We find it curious that the Southeast APC members who contested for Senate got themselves elected by scoring as much as 40,000, 42,000 votes in their senatorial districts. But when it came to the presidential election, their candidate, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the president-elect, was scoring miserably an abysmal figure, ranging from 6,000 and maybe the highest we saw in the state was 40,000. So, in the entire 5 states of the Southeast, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu did not score 5%, let alone 20% or 25%, as the case may be. If the South Side had not given support in the entire 6 states to score more than 45% of the votes, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu would not have emerged as the president-elect of the Federal Republic of Nigeria today. So, we raised some posers. How come a senator will score as much as 40,000 votes? And in the same election that was conducted the same time, the same process, the same balloting and all of that, scoring their presidential candidates as miserable as 3,000 votes, 6,000 votes, and therefrom. So, we did not smell rat, we smell a deliberate conspiracy to deny the APC candidates the position of president. Of course, we are conscious and aware of the candidates they openly supported for the presidential, while they seem to have negotiated their own victory at the senatorial level during the elections. So, having come with such abysmal figures and performance, it is curious for them to be asking for the number 3 position. So, we of this coalition are of the strong belief that if you want to partake in sharing of the food, you must also partake in the process of cooking that meal. Gone were the days when people would bring up manners of emotions and sentiments to becloud our sense of justice and fairness in power sharing, power acquisition, and power distribution. We are calling on distinguished Senator Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, having been a senator before, and knowing that the legislature has a tradition of ensuring that laws are made for the good governance of the country, for him to consider zoning the position of Senate presidency to the South-South geopolitical zone. Anything short of that will be like robbing Peter to pay Paul. And with the kind of contribution, support, and sacrifices that the zone made to ensure in the cooking of the Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu meal, we are expecting to grab our own portion of it.